Hello everybody, welcome back, and I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna review Pokemon X and Y episode number 90. Yes, 90 episodes of X and Y, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost to 100, and we're closing off on the normal X and Y series soon, and we are going to jump onto the X, Y, and Z series in only a couple episodes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I actually really like this episode in particular. I feel like these last couple episodes of X and Y are going to be very, very good. Because we have like the gym battle coming up. We have another Serena Try Pokemon showcase coming up. We got a lot coming up. So it looks like they're trying to push in some extra things before the X and Y Z series starts off that little arc. But they but for this episode and for the next couple episodes, it looks like it's going to be really, really good. And this episode in particular was really nice. I really liked how they, brought back Tierno and Shauna, and they had like a double battle with, Ash and Tierno versus Shauna and Sierra. Wow, Chornick, Serena, and then basically, so that was pretty sweet. I didn't expect that coming, to be honest. When I first looked into it, I thought it was gonna be like Ash and Serena versus Tierno and Shauna, but no. We have Tierno and Ash. I was like, Shauna and Serena are about to be destroyed. Like I looked at Tierno's Blastoise because they showed him having a Blastoise, and Blastoise is still dance, and he's still, even though he's big, he still has moves, and I'm like, wow, you guys are about to get destroyed. And like Shauna actually held her own pretty well with her Ivysaur, and her we also get to show her Ivysaur, and her Bulbasaur has evolved. And basically Serena used her Eevee, because that's like, Eevee was also pretty much the main character in this episode, as well as Serena. So Serena kind of had two back-to-back, episodes for herself. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going to choke right now. I keep breathing heavily. But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. Sorry if I sound like I have a sore throat, because I do. I also kind of losing my voice, but hopefully I don't sound too bad. But anyway, guys, I apologize for that for right now and in the future if my videos continually if I just sound worse. But anyway, let's get back to the topic now, shall we? Now, in terms of this episode, it was mainly about Eevee, like I said. In the previous episode, like in my previous review, I said that we're gonna have an episode in development of Eevee and Eevee's fear of other people and Pokemon. And what do you know, the next episode is just about that. And Eevee has to face these other humans and Pokemon and not be afraid of them, and develop and grow bonds, and know it's okay to interact with others. And what do you know? That's what happened in this episode. And that they put Frogadier, Dedenne, Pikachu, and Chespin all up in a line, and Eevee had to go up to each one of them and greet them and touch them and stuff. And so Dedenne, Frogadier, and Pikachu, that all went fine. But then they went to Chespin, and we had a little comedic reaction, and Chespin he couldn't hold in his I don't know what you'd call it, his scare. He was kind of scared, or was he trying to hold in some excitement? I don't know what he was trying to do, but he let out a little yelp, and then Eevee got scared and ran behind Serena. And then we got the little Chespin animation where he's just oh no, and he's all white, and Bunnelby's tapping on his back, saying it's okay and all that. I thought that was hilarious. Plus Bunnelby, by the way, got a lot more screen time in here also. I think Eevee's gonna give Bunnelby more screen time, because Bunnelby and Eevee are best friends right now, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, but that is what Eevee's main development was to basically get a feel of the other Pokemon, and not be afraid anymore. And Eevee, later in the battle with Ash and Tierno, Eevee actually did pretty well in terms of dodging. Eevee jumped around dancing, and it was confusing Blastoise, I guess, which it kind of looked kind of dorky. I mean, I'm like, come on, Blastoise, just blast the Eevee into a wall with your Hydro Pump. Don't be so scared about an Eevee jumping around in circles. But oh well, it's supposed to progress the story of Eevee, in her development getting better. So the battle actually did not end though, which kind of disappointed me. But Pikachu looked like he was about to just destroyed both Eevee and Ivysaur. Like, Pikachu was in it. Pikachu was in it to win it. Like, Pikachu just went in. He was the first one to attack, and I think he was the last one to attack also. And he just, like, knocked... Like, he was about to destroy, like, fry Eevee with his Thunderbolt. Like, he sent out an Electro Ball, and Ivysaur stopped it. And then all of a sudden, like, later, he sent out a Thunderbolt, and, like, a really powerful Thunderbolt. And it looked like it was coming right in for Eevee. And Eevee was like, oh, no. And, like, it cowered. It cowered so hard, and, like... And then it honestly looked so sad. Like, Eevee's face was like, I'm gonna die. And then here comes the Thunderbolt, and then I was like, wow, she's about to get fried. And then Ivysaur all of a sudden, like, at the last second, sends out like a Razor Leaf and like blocks the Thunderbolt. But I was, but holy gosh, like, Pikachu was in it. He was ready to kill. He was ready to murder. He didn't care who it was. He was ready to murder, and then he later used Iron Tail against Ivysaur when Ivysaur was distracted, and he just like knocked Ivysaur back. And I thought, Pikachu was in it to win it, and I love that so much about this episode. Like, Pikachu just looked like he didn't care what was going on. He could kill everybody. But anyway, that was pretty entertaining. There's other entertaining parts in this episode. The whole thing was comedic. There's also that Amore shipping moment, which a lot of people are jumping all over the place about. And the thing I got to say, though, is, like, you know, the episode isn't all about the Amore shipping moment, okay? Like, right when the Amore shipping moment happens, everyone's like, oh my god, that's the main thing about this episode. No, it's not. But I understand that there's a lot of Amore shippers, and a lot of people are excited when stuff like that happens. But basically, what Shauna was saying to Serena was like, oh, Ash has a positive attitude. That's probably what you like about him, isn't it? And then Serena's like, what? Ah! Ah! And then, you know, Ash was like, looked over and was like, what was that? What are you guys talking about? And then Serena's like, nothing. And then, like, you have the little volcano smoke coming out of her hat. Her hat looks like a volcano, kind of, and I thought it was just funny. Like, the steam came out of Serena's hat. And Serena had those eyes that Chespin also had earlier when Eevee came up to him. But I thought that was pretty comedic. It was funny, you know. We get those Amore shipping moments every once in a while. But anyway, guys, so as you can see in this photo, Pikachu's ready to just kill. But, ladies and gentlemen, I love this episode. I bet you loved this episode too. I'll probably look back at it every once in a while because it's one of those episodes where it had a lot going on in it, and it had, like, it still showed that, you know, Ash was getting some training with Pikachu, and I think we're getting Pikachu to face Meowstic, I think, in the next gym battle. So I think Pikachu's going to be in that. So obviously he's training Pikachu up, and I think Pikachu's going to be a huge role that he's going to play in that next gym battle. We just got to see about that. But anyway, at the very end, they actually didn't finish the battle like I said before, and Serena, because she wanted to go off and train for her Tri-Pokemon and practice the dance that Eevee did. I don't think she's actually using Eevee, but she's using the dance that Eevee did with Pancham and Braixen. And at the very end of this episode, I thought was hilarious. It was a really awesome, it was an awesome moment, which kind of did it for me, which said, like, yeah, without a doubt, this is probably one of the best episodes, is when they, like, the Poke Center, like, blew up or something, and then all the main characters ran out, like, doing something different, like, you know, Shauna was holding her hair, and, like, everyone else looked like they were, you know, just destroyed, like Clement's hair was destroyed and all that, and Ash runs out holding a piece of toast in his mouth, or bread, and I'm just like, that so describes him so much. Like, I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this episode review. I really appreciate it. Please post in the comment section below what you guys thought about this episode and what you think is going to happen in the future. I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode, video, whatever you want to call it that I make. I love you all, and peace out. Thank you very much.